The XE is Jaguar's most important car for decades, taking on the might of the BMW 3 Series, Mercedes C-Class and Audi A4. And it could finally give Jaguar the volume model it's been looking for. The company is certainly in a better place to do this now, with an all-new model for the ground up, as opposed to the Mondeo-based X-Type, which was its last entrant into the class way back in 2001. We all know the 3 Series is great to drive, so Jaguar's had to pull out all the stops here, and the chassis setup does read like an engineer's wish list to Santa. Up front there's double wishbones, and in the rear there's integral link suspension, which offers the ultimate level of control over each wheel. This means that the handling is ultra precise and stable, but also that the ride comfort is very good, even if you go for the optional 19-inch alloy wheels. And with these smaller 17-inch wheels fitted, the ride comfort really is impressive. In fact, on a treacherous road that I drive along every day, with bumps, crests, humps and really narrow bridges, the ride was so good that I found myself laughing as my brain tried to process what had just happened. The steering is very quick to react, and despite being electric, it has a very fluid feeling, which is a match for anything else in the class. More polarising is the manual gearbox, which has a well-weighted and positive feel on the move, but can feel like hard work in stop and start traffic, and also has incredibly long gearing. As a result, we can't help but feel that the 8-speed automatic overall just suits the driving experience a lot better. Engines are the all-new 2-litre Ingenium diesel with either 161 or 178 horsepower, 2-litre turbocharged petrol in 2 different outputs, and a supercharged 3-litre V6, which you can also find in the F-Type, and that has 335 horsepower. This entry-level diesel, which is what we're in now, is expected to be very popular with business drivers thanks to its 74 mpg economy, and also its taxman-friendly 99 grams per kilometre of CO2 emissions. Once up to speed, it feels plenty quick enough, but getting away from the lights in this one can be a little bit ponderous, so we'd certainly be tempted to go for the more powerful diesel if you didn't mind the slight hit in economy. Petrol models suit the XE pretty well because they're even more refined, and of course if you want a stirring soundtrack then you've got to go for the V6. Obviously there's also the small matter of the fact it can hit 62 miles per hour in just 5.1 seconds. So how does the entry point to Jag ownership feel inside? Well, pretty nice actually. All the materials look well made and there's this familiar Jaguar steering wheel. You sit low down in here and it's very snug, which gets you in the mood for driving, while the prominent power dome on the bonnet, even in this diesel version, also gives the car a sense of added purpose. The 8-inch touchscreen houses Jaguar's latest infotainment system, which has far clearer graphics and sat-nav which is much more user-friendly to use than before. It also features Jaguar's in-control apps, including this one, which allows you to access the rear view camera at any speed, which is really cool even if it doesn't serve much of a useful purpose. Our only criticism? Well, it could still be slightly snappier, especially when you're typing in destinations. This is the SE model with standard cloth seats, sat-nav, DAB and cruise control, and you'll need to upgrade to Prestige if you want to add leather and heated front seats, while Portfolio is even more luxurious. There's also R-Sport, which makes the car feel more racy and adds extra tech. Up front, the electric handbrake means there's plenty of space for cup holders, as well as this armrest, which also has a large cubby housing a 12-volt, AUX and USB charging points. The XE's main problem is its rear seats. There's just enough legroom in here for adults, but compared to the A4 and C-Class, it is disappointing. Jaguar's obviously also prioritised a coupe-like roofline over outright practicality, but saying that, there is this scalloped section, so it's not as bad as it could have been. The boot isn't the largest in class either, measuring 455 litres, but it's still plenty big enough for a few large suitcases, and it's available with electric opening. Split and fold 40-20-40 rear seats are also an optional extra. The XE is quite reasonably priced, starting from £27,000 and with some of the lowest running costs in its class. Of course, if you did want to fork out for the range-topping V6S, then you'll need around £45,000. For all their style and sophistication, few Jaguar models have actually sold in large volumes, but that could all be about to change with the XE. Not only does it take the fight to the 3 Series and C-Class, it's actually more fun to drive and has more character. Might not quite match the straight line performance of the 3 Series, but that rarely matters in day-to-day driving, and its economy and CO2 emissions are highly competitive. But could you see yourself in the outside lane of the motorway in a Jaguar XE? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. To find out more about this car, click on the inquiry button or visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more of our video reviews, click on the links on screen now.